Time to head to the office. Let's see if this camera stays where it's at. Made it. When we get inside, I've got something to show you. Gotta show you something. Come with me. Look at that guy. Recognize him? Fast forward a few years. It's kind of amazing how quickly things can change. That first photo downstairs is from 20 years ago. 1999 is when I was confirmed here at Trinity. And now 20 years later, I have the privilege of being in confirmation photos with new groups of confirmands who are confirming their faith, who are affirming their faith in Jesus. This past weekend we celebrated 100 years of being a church here in Billings. But none of that comes without change. You see, Trinity Church has had 2 different buildings, 14 pastors or something like that, multiple youth workers. Things change. But there's one thing that's constant. There's one thing that's been constant in Trinity's history, and that is Jesus. That we preach that Jesus died and rose again for the salvation of the world. That God so loved the world, he sent his Son. And we know from Hebrews chapter 13 that Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And we know that Jesus is the same yesterday and today and forever because Jesus is God. C.S. Lewis once said that if Jesus is not Lord, there are only 2 other options. He's either the biggest liar of all time, or he was a lunatic. Those are the only 3 things that could be true about Jesus. He's either a liar, a lunatic, or Lord of all. And that's simply because of the claims that he makes in Scripture. Nowhere in Scripture does he point to himself as just a good moral teacher, but instead, he calls himself the Son of Man. He calls himself the Son of God. He points to himself as the great I Am. That is Jesus. If Jesus is none of those things, then he's the greatest liar of all time or the biggest lunatic that ever lived. Jesus is King of Kings, Lord of Lords, the same yesterday, today, and forever. I hope your Lent is going well, and I hope to see you soon. We'll see you in another video on Friday. That door is so loud. I don't know if you can hear it. Maybe you can't hear it. but it is so loud. Holy cow, it shakes the building. Alright, let's try to get through this quick.